Okay, so we are going to go over some things that most know, some don't, some of it's new to people, and about algorithms for Facebook. And so everybody's going to be able to have something to offer if it's something they've experienced or something they've heard, because there's really no like magic book that says, this is how it happens. And it's all everybody figuring out. And there's masters that do this. They literally, this is what they do for a living. Okay. So some of the things that I'm going to share with you, and I know Katie's got a couple things too that are amazing, that are going to help us, but keep in mind, they change all the time. And so this is a free platform for us to be able to build our business. But the only way you can do that is if you're doing it correctly, because otherwise you're wasting your time. So as all of you that do know me know that I work smarter, not harder. And I'm always trying to find ways to utilize your time the most valuable wise. So hopefully, and every time you hear that, I'm not thinking what you're thinking of. It's my seat and my butt on the leather seat. So I just had to make sure I clarified that. So anyhow, so what we're going to go over is a couple of things, but one of the biggest things is I want to make sure that all of you guys know, Facebook does not do these things to us, like put us in Facebook jail, hide our post, mess with us, which we all know or we feel like they do. And I have felt that numerous times too. And so instead of focusing on that, focus in not so much of outwitting them, but playing within their rules. And so if you don't know this, but Facebook is extremely creative and they know what we're doing. There's probably a very good chance that all of us have been tagged into their system that we sell health and wellness products of some sort, or we sell something. So they want to really get away from the whole selling aspect. They want it to be more community. They want people to wanting to get on Facebook. They want people to stay on Facebook. So think about it in this. This is why I say these things, and this is so important when I tell people to be intentional and use your emotional intelligence. And when you go to post, I always want you to think about, what does this look like? Would I stop at this? What do you do when you're on Facebook? So when I asked you guys to watch that video, make the points that you heard, I also asked you, tell me what the things you're going to now do. Because there's things that I'm going to do differently, that you're going to do differently, things that you're going to stop doing, things that you went, aha, I've got to do this. So it's not all about just watching a video, sending me the points that the bullet points, but things that are really going to make any difference so it registers. And so you start doing that practice. So think about it this way. Facebook, we all, I don't know all of us, but most of us lay in bed in the morning or at night, or on your breaks, or when you have downtime and you pop on Facebook and you're scrolling, right? And then, there's things and you just scroll. And once you see something that's interesting and catches your attention, what the hell is she doing? What is this? This is what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying I'm no master, because I'm not. I just want to make sure you guys know this. But I'm very, very intentional. I'm very conscious of what I'm doing. And I try to tell my family and friends, like, what is she doing? Who posts a picture like this? I mean, I have literally, all right, so I only have 15 comments, but I have gotten so much engagement over this. You guys can see this, right?
Yeah.
I'm muted. No?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the things that I'm talking about. Now, I'm not saying for your, so what happens is Facebook will bury it. So my point is that if you're not stopping, so I shouldn't do mine because that's kind of hard to, let's do this way. So if you're going through Facebook like we do, right? I'm not going to stop at this unless I'm really curious on what Sheila has to say. Oh my God, that's Christy Walsh again, sharing stuff about fat people. What is that? That's a, what? Oh, I'm going to click on it. Oh, it's not working. Probably it's because I'm on hers, but I don't want that. No, no, I don't want to hear from her. What is she? What is that? And so this is what I'm talking about. This is what Facebook's doing, is they're measuring this. Every time someone stops scrolling and clicks on your picture, I don't care about that. See what I'm saying? Like, this is like, I don't care. Like, things that are going to catch your attention. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I go and click on it. They're measuring that, okay? And that's how your things are going to be seen, okay? So make sure you are being conscious. And when you're doing, majority of the people know, unless they're brand new friends of yours and they're so naive, they don't know that you are a health and wellness coach, and then you're in a pyramid scheme. But that, you know, if they don't know, they might stop, you know, things like that. So they want you to be posting things, and also not just a picture, but things that are going to create engagement. So the more people click on your picture, the more your pictures are going to be seen, okay? And I can't give you all the technical portions of, like, you know, how and how many or whatever. All I'm telling you is just have good content. Read over. I'm infamous in spelling things wrong or being grammatically incorrect because I'm always in a hurry. I like to make, like, I find myself going back and at least reread, oh my God, that didn't make sense. And then I'm going back and I'm editing it, okay? Here's another thing what I do too, is just on a side note, is I try to make sure, like, when someone goes to my page that just became friends with me, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to scroll. What is she? You know, I mean, they want to know, what about this person? What is she? What is she? Well, she's obviously afraid of needles and she's a freak. But, like, that's one of the things you just, and if something's not going to be, you know, be conscious of what you're actually posting. So Facebook is going to do everything they can to make sure that your posts are, people are wanting to stop, because they don't. Here's the key thing. Think about it this way. There's other social medias out there. You got Snapchat, you got Instagram, you've got Pinterest, you've got, what else is there? I don't know. There's all kinds of things, all kinds of different things out there. And even YouTube. What the thing is that if they are having their people that are on Facebook leave Facebook because they're bored, they lose money. They're losing money. Okay. So always think of it this way, is that Facebook is wanting to make money. They want people to be engaging. They want people to ask questions. And you want to be engaging with your friends, and be conscious about when you do it. What I try to do is, maybe I don't know the person as well, but these are some of the tips that you can help yourself become, or your post be more visible. Is I will see if it's someone that's non-Zingular. Those are the ones I look for. There's another point, like Tim said, about unfriending and just following Facebook Zingular people. I definitely encourage you to do that. And there's another reason why. Oh my gosh. See, this is a prime example. I mean, all these people, even though they may be on my team or not, but look at what's it's all Zingular people. Like, I haven't found one person, and I'm not friends with tons of Zingular people. Am I? Okay, here, looking for ENT specialist. She is not, I don't know if she's anywhere in my downline or not, and if she is, but if I know that she's not, I'm just engaging. So I'm going to give my suggestion. And also, you know, for me personally, an ENT is actually kind of important because I have, you know, issues with my ears. So be genuine too. Just don't put, you know, but making comments. Okay, here's this. Okay, so these things I don't even do, because what happens with these, like, you know, when people are, I think they're called entrapment posts. I don't know, but what that you've seen all over
They are entrapment posts.
Thank you, Katie. I'm so glad. I hope you're jump in when I speak on something that is incorrect. So that they know that, and they see that, and they bury your post. They bury everything that you have. So even this right here, you know, not so much. But when you see it is, but when you see someone says, how many people? I don't know, not that so much. I'm trying. Katie, can you think of another one that, you know, besides that one that had all those different questions, like just a simple one that maybe one of our people would post, or anybody? Okay, so this is someone that's not on the product, and I have been engaging. I've engaged with her a couple times, and now I see her post. She's in, by the way, she's in some kind of network marketing.
I was going to tell you, Carrie, there, like, say, when you say, how many people want to lose 5 to 15 pounds in the next 3 weeks? Comment below.
Yep.
Put your favorite emoji. When they see that, they consider that entrapment and they spam it.
Perfect. And that's where I was trying to think of the question to put it as. So there's two things that it's actually going to put you in. It's going to put you in an entrapment category, and it's also going to put you in, she is network marketer, and she's a health and wellness. Okay. So there's actually, it's going to be like 3 different categories. So then what's going to happen, and this is the key thing, guys, as you've seen as I was scrolling through all of my posts, that does not mean, and I unfollow people. Okay. Let's see this. All right. So this one I'm not unfollowing, but I do go and unfollow them because I don't want to see her stuff in my, and not that I don't love Audra, but I do, and she's one of my good friends, so I'm not going to unfriend her. But the point is that when they see those different categories, especially a network marketer or just alone, just a health and wellness, you know, coach, weight loss, whatever, it's going to show your post to those people. No one wants to see post about, muscle cars if you're not a muscle car enthusiast. You're going to leave Facebook, right? So they are going to put in your audience in front of you what you're wanting to see. So they know, Facebook knows I love stuff like this. I love vintage. I love, you know, boutiques. So I always get stuff like this in my Facebook. Not a cat person, but this is one of my good friends. But so that's my point. So there's 3 different ones that you're going to, this is another one. She's a hockey mom. So the things come in categories. Okay. So there's a couple things that you need to do in that thing is going to the fact of unfriending singular people. I would definitely encourage you to do it. Talk to your upline, you know, first. I feel that there's no real true benefit to it unless you're trying to achieve some creative content. And if you feel like you're dried up, whatever it might be, but I would definitely limit it and just follow. Okay. And there's another thing, and I just saw it on Sheila's page, and I'm going to have Katie jump onto this. About pictures. This is going to be a big eye opener for you guys. Now, when I was on Sheila's page earlier today, she just posted a pic and I wanted it. And it would not, wow, isn't that funny? It's not in here now. But it was on my phone just minutes ago. So I went up to let's see if it does it this way. I went to go save it. Oh, so now it let me save it here. But I've seen this on Sheila's a couple times, and I'm wondering if there's an option, so I'm going to look into it, that not allowing your pictures, your posts to be saved, because there's a reason for that. And I thought maybe Sheila was onto that. And so it's something that we all do, okay? We all go in and say, oh my God, that's a great before and after. You grab it, and you're going to copy, you're going to save the picture, and then you're going to post it, right? And you're going to put it in your testimonial page. So I'm going to have Katie, if you don't mind, sharing why you don't want to do that. We got her? Yeah.
Phone call. This is
Oh,
something I just recently learned. So I have lots of friends that own businesses, but this one in particular is in a network marketing business. And I had known this because I had been in, just to give you some history, I had been in spam hell with Facebook pretty much for about a year and a half, and didn't know how to get myself out. And I reached out to lots of experts. And one of the experts that I reached out to that really had some valid points, told me to get rid of all my before and after pictures on my page. Now, I'm going to just preface this with, I'm not asking you to do that. I'm not telling you to do that. But I was in Facebook hell and none of my stuff was being seen. And so basically they said, Katie, your wall has been tagged as that you're just doing business. And if you used to look at my Facebook page, really that's all you saw. I was just posting before and after pictures, congratulating people for ranking up, talking about income, talking about freedom, but it was all related to, you know, singular, even though I wasn't saying singular. So they told me, in order to get yourself out of it, you're going to have to dig yourself out of it. And I had to go back 2.5 years, and I wiped off every before and after picture. Any kind of advertisement that I did with my business, I deleted the post off my wall. And slowly I got myself out of Facebook. And I never asked why I had to do that. I just listened to the expert and did it. And thank God it worked, because I'm out. But I just learned something, and it makes sense that this expert knew what they were talking about, but they just never explained it. So pictures. So the whole thing about Facebook is they want you to be authentic. They want you to be creative, and they want you to bring something to the community, because it's all about educating and sharing, but it's creativity and authenticity. And that's what they're looking for. And just like Carrie says, you know, unfortunately, it's not our platform, it's Facebook's platform, and they want to keep people on their platform. So we don't want to direct people off their platform. But they want people to bring good things to the Facebook community, because that's what it was really intended for. So they do have rules and regulations. And when you have pictures, because we're all doing the before and after pictures, and those, when I post a picture, like say I took a picture of myself right now and I posted it on Facebook, Facebook will automatically number that picture. And every picture on Facebook, they have numbered. So if you have this fabulous before and after picture and everybody's using it and everybody's posting it, Facebook knows that picture's not authentic. They know it's been shared 1,000 times. They know it's been shared for 6 years, 9 years, 3 years, whatever. They know, because it's numbered, and they know how much it's shared. And so sometimes when you think that people aren't seeing your pictures, you're right, because they'll say, you know, this isn't authentic. They're trying to push a health and wellness. They've been tagged as network marketer, health and wellness, and we're just gonna basically put that in spam. So when you post it, yeah, it's on your wall, but people don't necessarily see it. And you can test those things. When I was in Facebook jail for a year and a half, or really not jail, but spam hell, I could test that, and people weren't seeing those things. So I was publicly posting them, but they weren't being seen. So every picture has a number to it, and they know how many times it's shared. So that's why it's even more important that when we're coaching people, that we stay authentic and try not to recirculate the same picture and over. Like sometimes you might get a great picture in your memory bank that says, oh, I'm going to post that. And you don't want to post that, because then it might be for the 500th time that that's been posted, and Facebook isn't going to necessarily allow anybody to see it. So I did not know that. And the reason why I say this is my friend's in a totally different company. She's doing really good in her company. She had her whole team. They had a before and after picture that was like awesome in their health and wellness. Well, she shared it with like 150 members of her team, and they were all sharing it. Well, not all of them, but most of them, they got put in Facebook jail with their wall. Now, my friend was doing Messenger. She was putting it in group, and she was doing it on her wall, and she was doing a whole bunch of other things. But she got put in jail for 3 days for Messenger, her wall, and her group. And when she discovered and kind of dug in to what the problem was, it was because that picture wasn't authentic and they were spamming it. And so Facebook looked like, hey, you're spamming this. This isn't authentic. You're not the one that taught this person. You're not the original owner that posted it, because, you know, this many people have posted it. And so they put them all in jail. They didn't even warn them. They just put them in jail. And so we have to be careful that we stay authentic. And I really like what you said, Carrie, where you're being very mindful of your post to get engagement from people, because people like different things. But it's nice that you're being authentic, you're being personable, you're showing the taste that you like, you're showing how you don't like needles. You know, people can relate to that. I couldn't look at that picture because, you know, I have a phobia of needles. But it's good that you're doing that, because that is what Facebook is going to let people see. But if we're not authentic and we keep recycling the same stuff, and I mean same post where you copy it verbatim, it's not going to be seen. And eventually you're either going to be spammed, marked as spam, or, you know, your stuff's just not going to be seen. So you got to be careful.
Okay, Katie, can I ask you a question? These before and afters, does that also count when we put them in our group, or just our personal page?
We were just talking about that. We don't know for sure. But here's the thing is I just shared some with Katie that we think actually it doesn't affect it, because I shared with her, which I have been drilling in all of my team's heads for how long. Did we lose Linda? For how long did I drilled in their heads? And they'll tell
I'm here.
They can all shake their head if this is true or not. If you do not post in your testimonial group, the friends that you've added will not get notified of you posting. Is that yes or no? Tim?
Yes.
Tim, I can't tell if you're saying yes or no.
Yes.
That's yes.
That's a yes.
And the reason why, no, I'm picking on him. But the reason why is because we have literally, Brenda's raising her hand, lower her hand. The reason why is because we've tested it and we have seen it happen. You know, some people that are like kind of in the weeds and haven't, you know, been active, I tell them, you better post. And the next thing you know, it's there. So we don't think, but we don't know. I don't want you guys to focus on that right now, because there's really, really not anything we can do about it unless you're going to get every one of your people that do an 8-day share their before and afters, or allow you to share their before and afters. Okay. So you know that circle is smaller. So that's why we all support each other. But she's talking about, you know, the actual Facebook, you know,
I'm talking your wall, your
right.
own personal wall.
Right. Right. And so the theory behind it, guys, is that here it is. This is another theory behind what their direction is. Their direction is they want people to stay there. They don't want people to be pissed off because they were dropped in a group. They don't want people to see a post, you know, and scroll right by. They want people engaging. They want to be more community. They want people to be sharing pictures of, like Vicki says, her grandchildren, you know, her grandbaby, and she gets all kinds of attention. That's what Facebook wants, okay? So when you go into your private page, your closed or private or whatever it is, you know, when we go to send someone, we thought, you know, add, it actually comes up, and you can test it, how it comes up on the other side, like whoever you send it to. It'll show as so-and-so invited you to, okay? So since I'm on this, I'm going to show you guys, because I don't think Linda's team knows about this. I did a training on it. So here it is. This is your testimonial page, and you're like, oh my gosh, I know I added X amount of people, blah, 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 and they're not in there. So you go to the members, and you go to invited, unavailable, or blocked. So this right here, this handy little dandy little tool, you click on it, and you will see 7 hours ago, Brenda added Pamela. She's not in there yet, okay? Here's a reminder or invitation by me on Sunday. So you can go through, I don't know how far it goes back, but I think it actually becomes limited. But like I saw one in mine. Look at this. So I guess it isn't. 2 years ago.
I had one for 2 years ago too, a couple of them.
Yeah. So the cool thing is with this, that was on Sunday, then you can send a reminder. Whoops, hang on. I'm not on my. You can send a reminder, but I want you guys to know that it'll send a reminder. Carrie has invited you to, Real People, Real Results. You can only send it one time. Okay. So
Right.
that's that. So